The sun is barely over the horizon when she opens her eyes. The amber from the waning fire is casting a faint glow in the room, but it can't dispel the chill still holding its grip on her. What if she fails her people? The town, her citizens, will know she can't live up to her task. What if she won't be able to protect them? She turns onto her back and stares up at the dark ceiling. The chill, the creeping doubt that makes the world tilt, took root slowly over the years. Now, it's as intrinsically weaved into her life as a protector as the spells she cast. She knows she won't be able to go to sleep again, and she clambers out of bed, lights the oil lamp, and puts another log on the fire. She needs to find out what's happening in the forest. The soft light from the lamp flickers in her hands as she picks it up and walks over to the kitchen. She pours herself a cup from the still lukewarm water on the wood stove and sits down by the table. They will make the announcement today. She needs to be there for them. She watches out the window. The sky is turning grey, casting faint shadows over the floor. Puffs of mist escape her mouth with every breath. She needs to get ready. She gets dressed and walks out into the quiet morning. In less than an hour, it will be bustling. But for now, the morning is hers. In the town that she is destined to protect. The town she always belonged to, but that became hers the moment they saw the signs. The town that she has given access to her innermost thoughts and fears. She can feel her chest tightening as she arrives at the square. A podium is permanently mounted in the corner, a small elevated platform where the major greets his people. Everything looks in order. There's nothing to prepare. She takes a stand next to it, surveying the space as she waits for the people to arrive. They do so slowly, the square filling up with chatting families. The older ones are helped to the square by the younger ones, and soon, children are playing, chasing each other in the crowd. The mayor will be here soon. She knows he's usually the latest of them all. The woman raises her hand to greet her, and Miriam waves in return. The town belongs to her, and she belongs to the town, until her very last breath. Miriam! Britta runs over to her and throws herself round her waist. I have my doll with me, look! She raises the small figure for her to see, and Miriam smiles. I see. Britta, leave Miriam be, her mother calls gently. The girl waves goodbye and runs back to her mother. Miriam follows her with her gaze as she zigzags between the people. She frowns. Someone is coming through the crowd. A young woman in uniform, carrying a suitcase and a saber by her hip. She stops every so often, leaning over to exchange a word or two with a passerby, and then continues towards the podium. Miriam doesn't recognize her. She's not from here. The young woman makes her way up to her, salutes, and announces. Constable Greta, at your service. The citizens of the town have informed me that you're the protector. Miriam looks at her, stunned. She didn't think she would be here until next week. I am. We were not expecting you for another couple of days. I regret to hear that. The train was rescheduled. I did send a telegram to inform you. There is no telegraph here. The local provincial capital is the closest place with one, and they only come once a week to deliver any messages. The woman's eyes widen in surprise, and her mouth falls open before she composes herself. I apologize for any trouble I inadvertently caused you. Please, could you offer directions to the Major's office, and I will leave you to your duties. He will arrive any moment now. There is an announcement to make. I see. The woman puts the suitcase down and positions herself next to Miriam, her back straight, surveying the crowd. She couldn't have come at a more inconvenient time, Miriam thinks, but there's nothing to do about it. Oh, there you are, my love. The mayor comes up behind her and gives her a kiss on the cheek. Everyone is gathered, I see, and he's interrupted by the woman. Constable Greta reporting for duty. The woman holds out a hand, cutting through the space between Miriam and the mayor. He looks up, confused. Constable Greta, sir. I apologize that I have arrived unannounced. Your protector informed me you did not receive my telegram regarding the rescheduling of the train. No, we didn't. He glances at Miriam before looking out over the crowd. I will show you around once the gathering is over. I welcome you to this town. He doesn't take her hand, more out of bewilderment than meanness, Miriam suspects, and steps up on the podium. Greta is left with her hand in the air, but collects herself and positions herself once again next to Miriam. The crowd falls silent as the mayor takes his position. My dear, thank you for coming. I've gathered you here to inform you that Miriam has sensed the presence of something in the forest. And until we are more informed, I regret to tell you that no activities can be performed in the woods. Her spells protect the town and there is no need to worry. There's a stir among the crowd, and someone shouts a question, but Miriam doesn't hear it. She surveys the group, looking for any signs of unrest, but she sees none. The town still trusts her. When the major has answered them all, the people come up to Miriam, taking her hand. I'm so happy we have you. Thank you for protecting the town. More people come up, until everyone who has wanted has said their well wishes and trust in her. When the last person is left, the mayor walks up to her and puts a hand on her arm. Now, will you come with me to my office? He turns to Greta. And you, my dear, I apologize for being thrown in the fire on your first day, but I believe you might as well come with us. Greta salutes him, and he glances at Miriam, confused by this formality. They follow him silently out of the square. They arrive at his house, and he gestures for them to go inside. Ingrid is already cooking in the kitchen. He leads them to his office, and Greta takes a place by the corner before Miriam has the chance to offer her the chair. Now, the major lowers himself onto the chair with a grunt. How can I help? He asks Miriam. I'll send letters to the protectors of the other towns to investigate. I will let you know once I know more. He nods and turns to Greta. It's a lot to ask, but I believe as the new constable you ought to help Miriam. Of course, sir. She takes a step forward, and the mayor gestures for her to speak. We need to enforce a curvey, making sure no one will go out despite the warning. That's no need, the major says. We just told them. Sir, as for Section 5, Paragraph 6, the existence of a curfew needs to be announced if there is any threat to the town. The mayor chuckles. I'm sure there is, but there is no need. The people know what to do. He turns back to Miriam. Greta nods and takes her place by the corner again. What do you think it is? The mayor sighs. I don't know yet. The presence I felt was one of wolves, but not the common one. The mayor inhales sharply, and Greta clears her throat. Sir, what would it be if not common wolves? Well, the wolves of the Great Hunt, of course. But, sir, that is nothing but a legend. I sense them, Miriam interrupts. Greta bows her head and retreats to the corner. We don't know yet, the mayor says softly. We will know more once Miriam has done her investigations. We need to trust her. Of course, sir. Now, is there anything else we need to discuss? Miriam shakes her head, and the mayor turns to Greta. I will escort you to your new house. Greta picks up her suitcase, and Miriam leaves. She will have to scan the forest again, seeing what she senses from the borders.